Hello, it's Sunday, April 24th, and I wanted to do my second video so that I could show my Stitch Mania plans. I've picked out a set of 15 pieces. Some of them are new starts, some of them are whips that haven't seen the light of day in a while. Back in the TW bulletin board days, we used to do monthly themes similar to what happens in the Stitch Mania Facebook group. But one of the things that we always did was guilt-free January. Essentially, you could start any piece you wanted, as many pieces as you wanted, and feel absolutely no guilt. Some people took that quite literally. I think the most I ever did was maybe one or two because I knew that I couldn't get past the guilt, I always had a new start on January 1st anyway, so it just seemed to work out. But this year, since joining Facebook and finding some of the cross-stitch groups, I've decided to go ahead and do what I can to join into some of the groups themselves. I've got time. I've certainly got the stash. So this year, it's the Stitch Mania. Now, the rules are 15 starts in 15 days. I'm not taking that very literally. I'm not doing 15 consecutive days, 15 days throughout the month. Given my crazy travel schedule, it would just not work to me to do a new something every day. So it'll be a new piece I'll pick up every day or two. I have a list, my little baby list here. So I will show you what the plans are, and it'll be obvious if it's a new start or if it's a work in progress. So here we go. So on May 1st, my plan is the new start, and that is the Mill Hill Jim Shore Santa. I have all four of the pieces. So here's the other three. And I'm going to do them all together on a single piece of navy Lagana. I very rarely do the Mill Hill kits on the paper. I never do them on the paper that comes with them. So I always usually substitute out some Lagana. So we also have our soundtrack in the background. So thank you all for your great comments. It certainly helped make it so that I could get soundtrack every time. Okay, so for May 2nd and 3rd, which will be in California, because that's Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to start the Bothy Threads Painting the Roses Red. So this is the chart. And this, I obviously have to use the fabric that came with it. So here's the fabric. Doesn't show up well at all. So it's Aida. It's been a long time since I've worked on Aida, so but it'll be fine. Okay, so the third piece will be on May 4th and 5th, and this is an existing piece. So this is Ink Circles, Cirque de Cirque. This I'm doing on Picture This Plus Ariel. This is where I've gotten so far. This is on Belfast Ariel. And I'm using Sulky thread, which is a variegated thread. You can see kind of the blue and gray variation. It's about the thickness of number 12 pearl cotton. So you only stitch with one thread, which makes it really easy. So I figure this would be a very easy project that can travel, and heavens forbid I might actually get to stitch on the plane that day, because the 5th, I believe, is the 4th or the 5th is a Thursday, so I'll be flying home. So that'll see some more love, which will be good. It works really fast with the single thread. May 6th through 8th, I'll be starting my Nutcracker piece. This is a Sweetheart Tree Nutcracker. This is for my son, who is a Nutcracker fiend. He picked January as the one to start with, and I dipped into my precious 30 count Murano stash. This is platinum Murano, and all 10 of the Nutcrackers will all go on a piece together. So he doesn't know the sacrifice that I am making with that piece of fabric, because I can't get any more. May 9th and 10th will be Holy Night Snapshot from Pine Mountain. This is just a piece of 32 count linen tan. I've got all the threads and everything. May 11th through 13th, I'll start Michael Powell. I've done one of his Venice pieces before. This is the mini Greek island. It comes with it's a kit. It comes with a white Ada, but I will swap that for a piece of white even weave when I get closer to it. But it's a full coverage piece. This is probably the only type of full coverage you will ever see me do. So, and I have done one, and it's amazing. The stitching, you look at the stitching and it looks very blah once it's done. Once you start putting in all the back stitch, the piece just comes alive. And I'll show that finished piece in one of my future videos. May 14th and 15th, we'll bring out another whip, blend in place, plum pudding. This is on a piece of vintage Stormy Clouds. This is where I'm at, using all the called for threads. Here he is. This is, you can see a little bit of the variegation, but it's on a gray fabric. That'll see some more, which will be good. What's next? The 16th and 17th. Desiderata. One of the first FlossTube videos that I watched was from Letitia, the crafty curator, and she had talked about Desiderata, and it was all I could do not to just go find my whip and pull it out right then and there. Because we were at about the same point. Here's where I'm at now. She had finished this first line of text and had started the motifs over here. So, but that's where Desiderata is right now. I never get used to the backwards camera. So that one I'll see much more love. May 18th and 20th, I will be Christmasing again. This is the TW's 12 Days of Christmas ornaments, and I started with number 12 because I'm ornery and started backwards, and I'm still on number 12. So this is all over one. This is just a 28 count Lagana, or take that back, 28 count Monaco. I like Monaco for over one because the weave is tighter and the threads are larger, and because it's 100% cotton, it doesn't stretch at all. So it makes it actually really easy to do the over one, and the threads don't slip underneath when you're doing the crosses. So that'll be the 18th and 19th, or the 18th to 20th. The 21st and 22nd is an Etsy pattern. Let's see if I can get. It's Doctor Who. Don't blink. Let's see how we do. Here he is. Doctor Who, don't blink. And I have a piece of hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie in Winter Solstice, which is a beautiful, deep, variegated blue. So, and that's perfect color right there. And the colors just look wonderful. So I am looking forward to that. And then the 23rd and 24th. So see, I kind of did this a couple weeks ago. I went through and just from memory of what I had recently purchased versus what whips I knew where they were. I pulled a list of 15. And over the last couple weeks, I'd look at it, pick it up, and no, I don't want to do that one. Let me put this one instead. And I'd swap things around. Or, I'm going to go ahead and start that now. And then yesterday, the mail came. And this chart, which is the Soda Stitch movies in my memory, the baby boys, showed up. And in this I wish I could show you, but so you can see right here where you can see red and scarlet done together. Yeah. So that's the plan. So I also have the girls, and I have the boys. So I'll be doing red and scarlet together on the cushion. And this is the fabric, and it came out of my stash, and I have no idea what it is. It's a Wickel, or it's a Zweigart because it's got the orange thread. It almost looks printed, but it's kind of a cream with the modeling on it. So that will be red and scarlet. We'll go on that. All right. May 25th to 27th. I don't have a pattern to show you. This is in ink circles. For the last couple years, Tracy has done what she called a roll your own mandala, where she basically put out 7 or 8 mandala patterns over the course of a year. It was I found it through a Facebook group, the Ink Circles Facebook group. So this is a quarter of the mandala of this. This is the Tropic of Cancer mandala, and you can see there's a circle piece, and then there's a corner that's done. So this is a quarter. So then this will be done same thing in all 4 quadrants. The fun thing about the Roll Your Own is that she didn't give you a color palette per se. There are dozens of different palettes of 4 or 5 colors. This is the Halloween combination. So this is it's purple and orange and green and yellow and kind of a rose color. So, and the pattern is set up so that basically you just log, you can see what, you match up the colors, and then that's with the symbols, and off you go. I had stitched one of the previous years, Roll Your Own, in a colorway that I requested called Monet's Garden. That's a finish, and again, I'll show you as part of one of the future videos. So this will be the Tropic of Cancer in the Halloween colorway from Ink Circles, a whip. I'm sure you figured that out. So, okay, so the 28th, I recently found Stitchy Box. Gosh, can't imagine where I learned about that. And I had ordered the Northern Expressions twisted samplers. So this is the second one for Rhodes, and I can't remember the other stitch. So this is the Halloween colorway, so that'll be part of that. I also have the first one too in the Dragonfly that may get started at the same time, may not. We'll see. May 29th. Easter Fairy, Mirabilia. She's already started. I have no idea what she started on. I'm sure this is a Picture This Plus hand dye of some sort. So she's already got a little bit of dress and in the yellow. I'm using all the called for crescent threads, but I couldn't tell you what the fabric is. It was just a scrap out of the stash. And then the last piece, May 30th and 31st, I'm actually that's a week of vacation for me. I will be off and home that week because the beginning of the week is Memorial Day and the end of the week is Phoenix Comic Con. So that's traditionally my vacation week. But for the last 2 days of May, on the 30th and 31st, I'm going to start the Sew to Stitch Little Kingdom for my niece, and just on some white even weave, because with all the color, and I just can't imagine doing it on anything else right now. So we're going to stick with white works. So those are the plans as of today, Sunday the 24th. It's a lot. I'm going to have to keep track of what goes to California, what stays here. I have some stash in California. Of course I do. So there may be some last minute substitutions just because if stuff doesn't travel well or whatever. But for right now, I've written it down. It's written in pen. So, but I've reserved the right to change my mind. So, hope you have a great day. Love watching all the videos with MAYnia and everything else, just any of the FlossTube videos. So I greatly appreciate all of your wonderful comments, subscriptions, holy cow, and I look forward to continuing to do this on a regular basis. Thanks. Have a great day. Stitch all the things.